Arizona State is not your typical rebuilding project. In fact, it may not be a rebuild at all. First-year coach Todd Graham led the Sun Devils to 8 wins in 2012, and the bonus is it could be even better this year. Managing editor Pete Futak is here, and Pete, 17 starters return on this team, among them Taylor Kelly. But if the offense is going to excel, he needs a primary target outside of the backfield.
And right away, too. If you look at what they've got, coming back to start off this season, Taylor Kelly might be fantastic. Todd Graham might have this offense humming, but they need those young speedsters on the outside to step in right away. The passing game's got to click. Kelly can't do it all by himself. He needs a little help in the backfield. He needs the weapons around him to work, but the offensive line should be settled. Kelly's going to be a fantastic talent, but again, they don't get a lot of time to get things rolling. Off week, Sacramento State, and then they dive deep into a nasty first part of this slate. They need a lot of young players to step up and shine immediately.
This year, the Sun Devils play a lot of teams that really emphasize the rush. Teams like Wisconsin, Notre Dame, out of conference. Do they have the horses to improve on being 81st in the country against the run?
Getting Will Sutton back at defensive tackle is the big key. They lose Brandon McGee and they lose some other key players off defense, but Sutton is going to be an All-American caliber star. He's got to be that disruptive force in the middle. And, it's the Pac-12. It's Arizona State. They're going to just have to win shootouts. They're going to have to play these teams like the Badgers and the Irish and some of these other nasty teams early on, and they're just going to have to try to go blow the top off them, get the passing game going, get the thing into a shootout a little bit, hope to get the running game going a little bit, and just get out of that stodgy, because they cannot blast away with those teams. They don't have the power. They just got to hope that their speed comes through.
Not many places where a coach can jump right in and win right away. I mean, no wonder Todd Graham bolted Pittsburgh so fast. 8 wins last year. Where will they come in 2013?
You know what? They could come in 8 wins again, but if they can get through this first month of the season, all of a sudden they could be one of the big teams to watch out for. Starting out against Sacramento State's nice and easy. That's their warm-up time, and then things get nasty. Wisconsin has to come down to Tempe. They got to go to Notre Dame. And if you look at this first 4 real games of the schedule, Wisconsin, at Stanford, USC, Notre Dame, I mean, they could lose all 4 of those games. If they somehow split, then all of a sudden you look at the rest of the schedule and it opens up wide. Colorado, Washington at home. They get a week off before going to Washington State, Utah. They play Oregon State. They miss Oregon. It's not a bad schedule. They can blow through the back half of that slate, but if they can just somehow survive early, it could be a big season. But again, don't get too hung up if they start out 1-4. They'll be just fine to finish up the season.
All right, Pete, bottom line, how do they do this year?
8-4. I think they split with Wisconsin and Notre Dame. I think they lose to USC. I think they lose to Stanford. I think they lose late in the season to UCLA. They could very easily go 9-3 with a little bit of luck, but I think 8-4 is more realistic.
All right, Pete, thanks very much. For more Pac-12 previews and others from around the country, check out Campus Insiders.